to help serve for Trunk or Treat, to help with Trunk or Treat, to provide an atmosphere and a place for kids to have a safe trick-or-treating experience. So for more information, contact Pastor Rusty. Family Promise Week is coming up, September 14th through 21st. We need people to sign up to help to serve as a host, to serve as an overnight host, to serve with meals, to serve with Family Promise, September 14th through the 21st. We need multiple days of help. Contact Paula Robinson. Her information is in the bulletin. Also, we're updating our records. We have this large database of information, and sometimes we send mail out or we send information out, and it gets returned to us because maybe you've moved. And so we just want your updated information. So if you're comfortable and if you're willing, we need you to fill out this yellow sheet that says, please help us update our records. Fill this out. Get it back to us today after the service. Put it in the offering plate. Hand it to a staff person, or bring it back next week or drop it off in the church office. So make sure to fill this out so we have your correct information. Also, one last announcement. Global Aid Network. It's an awesome opportunity. I know most of you, or some of you, have to do some back-to-school shopping, that last-minute stuff that you still need, or maybe you're just going to be running some errands. On September 13th, stop by Staples in Williamsport from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., buy some prepackaged materials, or just buy some school supplies, and then go outside of Staples after you pay for them, and drop them off for Global Aid Network, and they will make sure that they get to someone in need. So September 13th, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Global Aid Network will be outside of Staples taking some back-to-school supplies, and they'll distribute that for us. An excellent opportunity to serve as you're already running errands on September 13th. Once again, we're glad that you've chosen this place at this time to experience God, and we thank you for worshiping with us this weekend.
Everyone is at a different place in their spiritual journey. Where are you today? For some, you're all in. You can't contain your excitement for what Jesus has done in your life. Some here feel a huge tension between the life you want and the life you're living. Some are exploring your faith. You aren't sure what you believe. Others were practically dragged here today by friends or family. Regardless of where you're at, God wants to speak to you today, right here, right now. Life is not simple. Regrets, frustrations, pain, mistakes, confusion. We began to believe the lie that our situation can't change. We started to believe that our screw-ups were too big. We want to invite you to experience something different this morning. We want you to experience the meaning of church. More than coffee, a building, and a routine, the truth is that God wants a closer relationship with you. He sees you, and He's not forgotten you. Your story is not over. He's looking to redeem your situation. He died to exchange your despair for hope. He gives strength and courage when we need it. He gives grace when we don't deserve it. This is church, and we're glad you're here.
Good morning, Faith Church, and welcome to worship this first full weekend in September. It's hard to believe, especially when it was 90 stinking degrees yesterday, that it is the beginning of September. But thanks be to God, it feels a little bit more like September this morning. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Pastor Larry, and I'm one of the pastors here at Faith, and we are so honored that you've chosen to spend a part of your weekend here with us. As a congregation, we have one purpose for existing, and that's to help make more disciples of Jesus Christ. And we believe that we do that by connecting and growing, serving and going. And the announcements that Philip shared are ways that you can do some of those things: connect, grow in your faith, serve here in the church, but also go out into the world in ways that make a difference. Just wanted to remind you that if you wanted to connect to the church in a new way, that next Saturday evening after our service and Sunday morning after this service, we're going to be holding our next welcome class, where I meet with those who are newer to Faith Church, who just want to maybe learn a little bit more about why we do what we do as a congregation. But it's also one of those first steps for those who may be interested in becoming members of Faith Church. So again, that is next Saturday after our 5:30 service and next Sunday morning after our 9:45 service. And if you think you're going to be able to attend that, on your Connect card this morning, one of the next steps that we are inviting you to take is to attend that welcome class with the pastor next week. So go ahead and mark that down if you're willing to. Philip also mentioned Trunk or Treat. If you are willing to set up your car in the McCall Middle School and to hand out candy to those who will be trick-or-treating on most likely October 31st, we're not sure because there's a home football game that weekend, and once in a while they do move the day around. But whatever day trick-or-treating will be in Montoursville will be at the McCall Middle School. And last year we welcomed like 350 or 400 kids and their families. And all you have to do is hand out candy and smile, and it offers a safe place for kids to trick-or-treat. Yeah, you do have to smile. One last reminder about that yellow sheet that was in your bulletin again today. This is primarily for those who are a regular part of Faith Church. We are constantly trying to keep up with birthdays, anniversaries, but also with email addresses and cell phone numbers because they change so rapidly. So if you just take a couple of minutes, either this week or next week, fill this sheet out for the members of your household and just drop it in the offering plate, that would be great. But now, again, we're just grateful that you're spending a part of your weekend with us, and we trust and pray that God will meet and speak to each and every one of us gathered here this morning. So we invite you to stand, and Tony and the rest of the worship team will lead us in some singing.
All right. Good morning, Faith Church. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. All right. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tony. I'm the director of worship here at Faith, and I am blessed to be able to lead you in song every week, and it's a lot of fun, and we enjoy it. I realize that I haven't done this in a while, and we have a lot of new faces and new people, but there is normally two things we ask you to do. Help me out, church. We ask you to
sing
and to
clap.
That's right, sing and clap. Does it have to be on key? No. Does it have to be on rhythm? Does it help? Yes. Okay. So try your hardest, but more than anything, we want you to connect with God. If you're clapping off rhythm, that's okay. But we want you to connect with God more than anything else. We're going to start off with this first song. It's called Freedom is Here. So please join us as we sing that song. All right, let's put our hands together, church. Come on, we can do this. Future comes alive.